Hi, I'm Al. Hi, I'm Carter. Poke, poke.
And I'm Dad. Welcome to the Greenman Show. Last time we were out on the boat, we ended up with an alarm. And we couldn't go much over 2400 RPM, so we're going to see if we can repeat this today here. So what I noticed is that the voltage pegged to 16 volts when we were at about 2400 RPMs. Okay, wants to be in gear. All right, we're going in gear. Tell Carter to stay back.
Carter, stay back. Stay back.
There's the alarm. And the alarm comes down. Let's see. About 2400 is where we were running at on the lake. Just pegged. There's the alarm again. Okay, so I think I know what the problem is. We got a problem with the rectifier / regulator. The rectifier goes from 3-phase voltage to direct current pulsating. And then the regulator will regulate our 13.8 volts or so. So off to the back. Okay, so to get access to all of our plugs and stuff, we need to take some covers off. We'll take this front cover off. Take this side cover off. We're going to take a voltage reading on the stator and see what kind of voltage that we're getting.
Yes. Papa, look
This is
at
going to be AC,
everything, Papa.
3-phase. Yeah. Is it really? All right, so we're going to measure our line to line. 18, 19 volts. About the same, 18, 19 volts. And 18.
How does that go up when
18,
it revs
19
up?
volts. Yeah,
That's
probably.
AC, that's alternating current.
Yeah. Okay, turn it off.
Alternating current's like what you got in the house, right?
Yeah. This here's the voltage regulator rectifier. Last year I noticed it was starting to get dry rotted and cracked a little bit, and I asked at our local marine store. We thought, well, it's probably not really an issue. And it's probably not. It was probably just coincidence that this spring on the third trip out, it fails. So we're going to take this off. The yellow wires come from the stator. The black wire goes to this ground right here. And the red wires, one of them goes directly to the battery lug on the front of the engine, right there. The other one goes through that fuse right there and then goes up to the front of the engine. So we have to cut all the zip ties off, pull the regulator off, and I'm just kind of curious what it'll sound like without that hole in the exhaust manifold. So we might start it up, but otherwise we're gonna pull that regulator now. Yeah. Might need a screwdriver and a little rubber mallet. Alright, that's stuck. So we're going to get a screwdriver and maybe a mallet to help remove it. There we go. Oh wow, interesting. That's a water jacketed exhaust manifold. So it's not like what I thought.
It's raining tacos.
This is interesting. I thought we were going to be basically open headers here. But inside of the exhaust manifold, that's the water channel.
I like Lego sets too.
But it's all enclosed in there. So the regulator is water cooled inside of the manifold there. So I'll go ahead and start to cut some of these zip ties out of here.
So how do I?
We're going to have to get our ground lug off. Cut this one. Nope,
Hey,
you didn't
give
have
me
to remove that one, but that's okay. We'll get it back on in a second. We need to get that out with that. See if this is the same size. Yeah. Renee?
What?
Go ahead and turn the battery off.
Okay, I can't. I want that bike. No. Stop! Don't.
Are you off?
Ow! I want the bike. I really want the bike. You wouldn't let me. You have 5,000. I only have like 3. Okay? Guess you're so fat. That means you're so mean.
All right, we're totally removed here. We have the new one. This one looks a little different. The cover here is more of a hard plastic rather than a molded rubber.
This is our last time. Is this our last part?
The part's going back on. It's gonna take a couple minutes.
When you went to when you went to Byron, is there any breeze boxes?
Yeah, Kevin.
Was he in your grade?
Yeah, Kevin was. I don't know if he had any siblings. Okay, we're back on there. Zip ties.
What do you have to do this with a plastic? Or whatever you're doing.
I'm gonna put a gasket on it.
Don't. I'm coming. Dad,
What?
hit me in the back first.
He did.
Yeah?
You were bothering him?
Hit me in the back real hard.
He did.
So maybe it's the same down. That was so scary. Don't
Carter, is he gonna bother you? Here, you can take this razor blade and protect yourself.
Huh?
There's a grandma coming down.
Okay, 1, 2.
What now?
Trying to count zip ties here.
How many did you cut?
5. That plugs back in. I think I got to get one through here when that goes on. That'd be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was 5. All right, so that's all the zip ties.
This the new one?
Yeah.
Didn't you have to push something?
Kind of like that, and the other one come out,
I just texted you.
and it went up here like that, and that plugged in.
Hold the phone here, Jan. Which one goes under which here?
That goes like that.
I see you.
Plug that in.
Hey, is that somebody else? I see skin down here. Somebody's skin on you.
Plug that in.
Paper gasket.
This goes up like that.
You want to grab a blue paper towel from behind the door, hanging on that spool there, just like one towel?
Grandma. Grandma.
Okay, our ground lug's going back on. Switch our socket back. Okay. That on there. Cut some of the zip ties off.
This here?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 out of 5.
We gotta find what?
Zip ties. We're on video. I'm trying to count.
It was actually a rather nice day today.
Mm-hmm.
It was just Courtney and I, and work wasn't busy, phones were quiet.
Anybody else? Who was the doctor working today? Oh, Yami's on vacation all week.
Nobody will be able to find me. There's something out here. I see it.
All right, so we'll snip off number 4 and number 5.
Oh, you shouldn't be under there, big fella. Don't be under there.
Okay, that's that.
If your dad didn't know where you were and he went to move the truck, you'd get squashed.
All right, how's this coming?
It's pretty clean. I wiped it out, felt by the fingertip. This thing feels clean all the way around. Feel it.
Yeah, I did. It does feel pretty
Did you
clean.
make it?
That looks like it had gasket on it. This not so
They'll
much,
head it up
but
towards the house.
I think we get a little gasket sealer and we had 1 zip tie up on the fuse.
Oh, a little dizzy on that one, Charlie.
1 zip tie back there on the stator cable. 1 zip tie right there on the battery cable. We got our ground lug put back on. Zip tie there on the power cable to the battery. Our stator plug is plugged back in and pushed back into the mounting hole. Our power lug there, our 12-volt lug, is reassembled. I can put the front cover back on, and we're gonna get some gasket sealer for this gasket. It's a paper gasket, not a rubber gasket, so we're gonna put a little sealer on there. Hopefully we got enough leftover blue Loctite in our threads. So we'll get this sealed back up and fire it up and test it. The gasket's a Mercury gasket. smart car, geez.
All the same way.
We'll wait until the. Remember the guy when you lived here? Remember when he had that pain in his Pontiac? Oh, you got enough on there?
Yeah. Rule number 1 with gasket sealers, you don't use a hell of a lot. I don't care if you go around that or that.
Hmm. Froggy's closed, huh?
That's what it looks like.
You know, they weren't really open much before,
Memorial.
and they're not really open like until like one day after Labor Day. Aunt Mary was talking to Mom at the Mary's Mother's Day party,
Yeah.
and Doug was really interested in going back to the music on the lake on Wednesday night. And Mary was like, "What if I do some camping there? How would I do that?" Mary, Mom said, "We go every Wednesday night. You just meet us over by the dock."
Okay, our gasket's back on. Got a very thin layer of RTV blue on there, and we'll start to screw this thing back on, then we'll give it a test here in just a few minutes.
Permatex from Napa.
Okay. I got the screws.
Oh, you have all the screws. I wonder how many boats this one piece services.
I don't know.
And I,
Renee.
Every time he saw this, the lady, he said, "This lady that doesn't know her." Oh, he's like, "You didn't have anywhere to take them."
All right, look at. Oh, you do a pattern.
Then now he
Yeah.
asked that again. He's like, "I
you
need
should
to
have known better.
Yeah, I know. Look at this one.
All right, there's the new rectifier regulator there. If you look up under there, you can see some of the coils on the stator underneath the flywheel. So there's probably some kind of a permanent magnet under the flywheel there, and when that magnet passes by the coils, that's what generates the electricity. Got the water back on. Okay, go ahead and start it up. All right, go ahead and put it in gear. And then slowly about 4,000. Alright, we're back in the captain's chair. Regulator replaced. At idle, it looks like we're at about 13.8 or just a little over. Not sure how accurate this gauge is. I think the problem's solved. Before I shut it down, I'll go get one more voltage reading right off that terminal on the front of the engine. All right, we're gonna take our measurement on the battery lug. Hopefully a ground there. Help if I was on DC. So we're at about 14.5. Okay, go ahead and rev it up. All right, that's it. Over voltage alarm repaired.